This is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. How is all my subscribers and fans doing tonight? Let's see, tonight is a Tuesday night, right? I think so. It's a Tuesday night. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get class started quick. Because things are really busy around here. So let's get class going, and that way fans of mine that don't want to take a long time learning the class, I could chat a little after class. But let's get the class done for those who are in a hurry or whatever. Okay? Okay. So, of course, what are we teaching? Biology. Okay, and the title for this biology class is from there the nervous system branches off into the PNS, that's all uppercase, which is divided into two systems. Okay, one more time. From there, the nervous system branches off into the PNS, which is divided into two systems. We've already learned what PNS is, but I don't remember. I just watched the classes right before this class, and it'll tell you what PNS is. Okay, so it's divided, the PNS, which is divided into two systems, is, but I gotta fix my chair. Okay, is somatic nervous system. This part of the PNS carries signals to and from the skeletal muscles. It controls many of an animal's voluntary responses to signals in its environment. Period. In your case, the movements you make when walking, throwing a baseball, or driving a car are all controlled by your somatic nervous system. Somatic is spelled S-O, and matic, M-A-T-I-C, your somatic nervous system. Okay. All right. Moving right along here, folks. Okay. Y'all listening to me? Okay. Okay. Let's just get this class done quick tonight. Okay. The next one's called the autonomic nervous system. Auto, like automobile. Nom, like N-O-M-I-C. Autonomic nervous system, autonomic nervous system. Okay, just taught you how to say it. Okay, this part of the PNS controls this part of the PNS, uppercase, controls the parentheses, mostly involuntary internal processes in the body, period, such as heartbeat and digestion. It has two divisions that work opposite each other to maintain homeostasis. Watch my last few classes to learn what homeostasis is. And the third one is the sympathetic nervous system. Automatically stimulates your body when action is required. This is the part of the nervous system responsible for the fight or flight syndrome, is what I call it. They got fight or flight response, but it's called the fight or flight syndrome, and I'm telling you out of my own head, that's Sigmund Freud discovered that, and that was who Sigmund Freud made this fight or flight syndrome, which means if you're being attacked in some way, you're going to whether you're a human being or an animal, domestic or wild animal, etc., you're going to either fight or you're too afraid you're going to lose and you flight, you run away. So that's your fight or flight syndrome by Sigmund Freud. I told you all that out of my head. They just said fight or flight response. It's not called response, it's called fight or flight syndrome. Okay, which triggers a surge of adrenaline that prepares your body to respond to an emergency. Your heart rate quickens. Your heart rate quickens. Okay? Y'all listening to me? You guys. I don't know, I keep saying that. You all, and I'm not a hillbilly. My girlfriend keeps talking in this, joking around, talking in a hillbilly accent. So I keep saying, I say you guys. I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, so we say you guys. Okay. So digestion and urine production slow the muscles in your lungs, relax to open your airways, and your liver releases sugar from its glycogen stores into your blood, so fuel is readily available to your cells. The fight or flight response can kick in whenever you think there's an emergency, which can lead to a fast heart rate when you have to do something like speak in front of people or go through a job interview. A lot of people, when they go for a job interview, they get really nervous, and it can blow their, interview. Okay, and then this next one is called the parasympathetic. The parasympathetic, just the way it sounds, nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system stimulates more routine functions, period. When you're not experiencing an emergency, your heart rate slows you. The next one is called the parasympathetic. Oh, that's the same one. Wait. Okay, so we're down here. Down here is still parasympathetic. The parasympathetic nervous system stimulates more routine functions. Okay, we said that one already. When you're not experiencing emergency, but it says your heart rate slows, you make more digestive enzymes. You make more digestive enzymes, saliva, and urine, and the muscles in your lungs contract a little, period. In other words, your body sets up conditions that are ideal for you to rest. Your body sets up conditions that are ideal for you to rest, digest. Rest and digest. Okay? All right, here's a new title. This is a new title, okay? Are you guys with me? Okay? All right. So this new title, and we're already on page 5, so we're moving fast. So stay with me, okay? Okay, the new title is Branching Out to Study Neuron Structure. The nervous system contains 2 types of cells, neurons and neurological cells, period. Neurons are the cells that receive and transmit signals, semicolon. Okay, this one's neuroglial. So it's neuro, N-E-U-R-O, which is about the brain, and the rest of that word is L-I-A-L, like ale at the end. So the cells that receive and transmit signals is neuro, neuroglial cells, neuroglial cells. The cells that receive, and transmit signals, semicolon, neuroglial cells are the support systems for the neurons. Parentheses, in other words, they protect and nourish the neurons, okay? They protect and nourish the neurons, okay? Neurons have a rather elongated structure, okay? So here's at least three things they're going to say. Each neuron contains a nerve cell body. Each neuron contains a nerve cell body with a nucleus and organelles, organ, and then ELLES, like Ellis. So each neuron contains a nerve cell body with a nucleus and organelles such as mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and a Golgi, Golgi apparatus, and a Golgi apparatus. Okay. The next one's tiny projections. Just Google these words. Get a pen and paper when you watch my class and write down those words I keep repeating, and you can Google it and ask for the spelling and the definition. But anyway, I'm teaching you now. Tiny projections called dendrites branch off the nerve cell body at the receiving end of the neuron, period. The dendrites act like tiny antennae, A-N-T, ant, like an ant, and like the number 10, but only one T. So ant, like an ant that crawls around, 10, like the number 10, and nae, N-A-E. So it's antennae, one T, but two N's. The dendrites act like tiny antennae that pick up signals from other cells. Okay? How y'all doing out there tonight? So this is Tuesday night, right? I think I got it right. Okay, here's the next one. And the last one about what I've been teaching you just now. This is just one more. The opposite side of the neuron extends into a long, thin, branching fiber called an axon. A fatty coating called the myelin sheath insulates the axon just like a plastic coating insulates a metal wire, period. Look the words up. Ask them how to say it and spell it and define it, like myelin sheath. Sheath is S-H-E-A-T-H. Myelin, the word before it is my, like mine, M-Y-E, Lynn, like Linda, L-I-N. So a fatty coating called the myelin sheath insulates the axon just like a plastic coating insulates a metal wire, okay? Nerve impulses enter a neuron through the dendrites, period. They then travel down the branches of the dendrites to the nerve cell body, before being carried along the axon, period. Okay. Are you guys with me? Okay, just checking. When the impulses reach the branches at the end of the axon, they're transmitted to the next neuron. Okay? They're transmitted to the next neuron. Okay. Impulses continue to be carried in this fashion until they reach their final destination. This is, I think we can all follow this pretty simply. I don't think this is a hard class to understand, okay? So the next label is processing signals with the 3 types of neurons. So there's 3 types of neurons, okay? The 3 major functions of a nervous system are to collect, interpret, and respond to signals. Different types of neurons carry out each of these functions. Okay? Okay, and here's another label. It says sensory neurons collect sensory info and bring it to the CNS, uppercase. So these 3 uppercase letters you keep coming into are in all the classes I've been teaching for the last few days that I just uploaded. Yeah, so just listen and watch, and you can learn what CNS stands for, and the other one started with a P. Okay, so sensory neurons collect sensory info and bring it to the CNS, also called afferent, AFFERENT, also called afferent neurons, sensory neurons are designed primarily to receive initial stimuli. Okay, so stimuli is plural for stimulus. So, yeah, stimuli is plural for stimulus, just like cacti is plural for cactus. I'm just telling you this out of my own head. It was in all my college grammar classes. Okay, so to receive initial stimuli, plural, from sense organs, SENSE, organs, hyphen, the eyes, comma, ears, comma, tongue, skin, and nose. However, they're also responsible for receiving internally generated impulses. Okay? We're almost done. We just have 3 more pages. Can you guys stay with me for 3 more pages? Okay? Can you stay with me for 3 more pages? Okay. Regarding adjustments that are necessary, regarding adjustments that are necessary for the maintenance of homeostasis. For example, if you touch the tip of a knife, the sensory neurons in your finger will transmit impulses to other sensory neurons until the impulse reaches an interneuron. This is pretty easy to understand, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. We're almost done. Okay, here's the new title. And this one's interneurons. So it's but with an I instead of an E. So it's not enter with an E, it's enter with an I. So the word is interneurons. See how easy that is? They turned it into one big word, but we know that neurons are a word of itself. But this one is one big word, and it's not difficult. Interneurons within the CNS. Go back and watch my last few classes. It'll tell you what CNS is. Okay, interneurons within the CNS integrate the sensory information and send out responding signals, also called connector neurons or association neurons, or interneurons. And quote, read, R-E-A-D, like read a book, quote, impulses received from sensory neurons. Okay? I think this is going pretty quick. Oh, we're down to our last 2 pages. All right, here we go. Let's do our last 2 pages, okay? Okay. When an interneuron receives an impulse from a sensory neuron, the interneuron determines what, in parentheses, if any, on parenthesis, response to generate. What, if any, response to generate, period. If a response is required, the interneuron passes the impulse onto motor neurons, onto motor space neurons, period. To continue with the example from the preceding bullet, comma, the interneurons, with an I, interneurons in the cerebral cortex have your brain, no, in the cerebral cortex of your brain will process the incoming sensory information and send out responding signals. Okay, we're down to our last page. Yeah, that's it, last page. Were you listening? Did you guys stick with me and listen good? Okay, we're on our last page. Let's do this. Motor neurons carry the responding signals from the CNS to the cells that are to carry out the response, okay? Motor neurons carry the responding signals from the CNS, uppercase. Go watch my last few classes. It'll tell you what CNS is. Motor neurons carry the responding signals from the CNS to the cells that are to carry out the response, also called efferent neurons. And we just learned that word a minute ago. Efferent neurons, E-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. Efferent neurons, comma, motor neurons stimulate effector cells that generate reactions, period. To conclude our example, comma, responding signals from your brain travel through motor neutrons, until they reach your muscles, comma, signaling your muscles to contract and pull your finger away from the sharp knife. Okay, that's the end of this class. But guess what? I have one more class to teach you. So, let me go change costumes, and I will be right back because I know my fans don't want just one upload. So, I've got 2 for you tonight, okay? Let me go change my costume, and I will teach you the other class. So, I just uploaded 3 dynamite smash hit costumes that I just love and adore, and I'm sure you will too. So let's get going so we can get this done. Okay? All right. I shall be right back. And for those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe and hit my like button. I love all my subscribers and fans. And I want you to have a good night tonight and a good day tomorrow. I'll see you in a bit. I love you.